Good evening, all hospitarians. Thank you for being here, and I welcome all of you in this platform today. I also welcome our Honorable Managing Director, Mr. Sandeep Singh, here for his presence. And along with us, we have Dr. Akhilesh Sharma. Thank you, Dr. Sharma, Dr. Hemant, Dr. Nitin, and Dr. Abhijit. On behalf of Alkem Hospicare, I welcome all of you and all of family members. Namaste to all of you. The basic objective of connecting all of you today is to just understand that all of you are in good health, and wish you the good health to be continued, and to give you a overall understanding regarding this pandemic, which we have almost crossed for 60 days, and now the time has come to face this pandemic being in the front line. So our medical team will take you through with all the details, not to get panicked, and what are the precautions to be taken. So I will not take time because you are eagerly waiting for the basic agenda to be completed. And whatever queries you have, definitely they will address. Before that, we will take this privilege for our Honorable MD's presence here, and I'll request Sandeep sir to address the team with your visions and with your kind words. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thanks for organizing this, and it's wonderful to be interacting with everyone. So, I think it is well known that the world is passing through some very unprecedented times. I don't think so we have seen this. Any one of us who's alive has seen this. The last time the world went through this was maybe 100 years back. And we have no idea how to deal with this thing. Everybody is kind of worried. But, it's also very important that we step back and we kind of, take into account few things. पहला चीज मैं बोलना चाहूंगा कि ये मत भूलिए that we are in the pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical industry world over, not just in India, is an essential services. So no matter what happens with other industry, pharmaceutical industry will be the least impacted and it will go on. So that way, I think the safest time to be working for any industry is pharma. If we all were working, including myself, in any other industry, I would be far more worried. So this is the time to realize that we are all very lucky people to be working for a pharmaceutical industry. Point number one. Second point is it's very important. We also know that whom do we work for in pharma? So we work for a family-owned company called Alkem Laboratories. Now, family-run companies normally have a very different ethos and culture than a non-family-run company. Family-run businesses are more human-centric. Therefore, during these times, I don't think people should worry too much about the job securities or manpower cut. All these things happen more rampantly in MNCs. And we are not a company who thinks of only the next day or day after. We have long-term vision for the pharmaceutical industry. We have long-term vision for the hospital division. When we started hospital division, we knew that it's a long haul. So we'll have to play the long game. And that's what we are doing. Tremendous faith we have in Sandeep Day's ability. I think we're ramping up well. However, I also understand that because of COVID-19, Hospicare is perhaps one of the most impacted divisions. Hospicare along with, let's say, Cytomed. But once again, I want to remind, we don't do business for weeks or 3 weeks or 3 months. We do business for the long term. So, as management, as the managing director of the company, my goals are pretty long term. I'm not too much worried what's happening today or next week. And I assure you that there's no job cuts or anything like that planned, either in Hospicare or anywhere else. We are a family-run business. We understand the family values and we understand that we all have to do it together. साथ रह के ही काम होगा हमारा, ये हम बिल्कुल जानते हैं. दूसरी बात ये करना चाहूंगा मैं, ये भी बहुत जरूरी है करना, कि एंजाइटी बहुत लोगों को हो रहा होगा, जाहिर सी बात है, if it's happening with me and everyone, so everybody is thinking, whether you're the owner of the business or you're a medical rep or anywhere in between, you are still thinking what's going to happen with you. How will you go to work? When will you go to work? When will business revive? How long can you be in your house in doing household work? All those things. But keep in mind that this is not permanent. But does this mean that this is going to get over next week or 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? No, the answer is no one knows. Patient है, अच्छा नहीं रहेगा, लेकिन ये कल खत्म होना है ऐसा भी नहीं सोचना चाहिए, क्योंकि ऐसा शायद नहीं होगा। ये 1 साल भी चल सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है कि ये बीच में खुले, 2-3 महीना का राहत रहे, 2-3 months of relief, and then there's a lockdown once again. So it's very important you keep your mind flexible and you think of long term. Company is doing whatever it has to do. We are cutting down expenses where it's not impacting manpower. We are looking at all different business models. We are looking to do telemedicine. Might not be so relevant for hospicare, but it might still be useful, where we will give some technology platforms to doctor to practice. So these things we are doing, and we are a company for tomorrow. So we will take care of ourselves. We will use crisis to become better. So please do not worry. Let's focus. Things will turn around. वो कहते हैं हिंदी में कि सुबह के पहली जो रात होती है सबसे काली होती है. It's the darkest hour. So I think that's what the world is going into. But we must be positive, क्योंकि ये कभी भी सुबह आ सकती है, और समय भी अगर लगे सुबह आने में तो घबराना नहीं चाहिए. रात के बाद सुबह ही होती है. Thank you, Sandeep, and I wish all the best to you and your team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your kind words. I believe with your vision and with your clarity or the philosophy of the Alchem, my team is completely dedicated and committed, and definitely they will bounce back. I can commit on behalf of team. I can vouch on this team that they will definitely bounce back with double the speed once the things will come back to the normalcy. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Dr. Hemant, I'll request you to introduce Dr. Akhilesh Sharma, and then Dr. Akhilesh can give a brief about the details on the COVID.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Yeah, we have all gathered today. Thank you, Sandeep sir, for the warm words. So, continuing our agenda ahead, the more on knowing about COVID and why it's really necessary, the do's and don'ts, and the basic things what you need to do in this part of COVID. And for this, we have the president, none other than the president and chief medical officer of Alchem Laboratories, Dr. Akhilesh Sharma. Sir, I warmly welcome you and request you to please proceed with the presentation.
Yeah, thank you, Hemant, for introducing, and thanks, Sandeep Dey, for inviting me to share the thoughts, and I'll try to make it simpler. I'll just use a PowerPoint, but that will be only for some guidance. Hemant, you have that? Could you put that up? Because I'm getting a message, host as disabled participant screen sharing.
Vinay, could you please look into it, or I can share this?
You can now do it. Dr. Akhilesh, you can go ahead.
Okay, please tell me if the screen is visible.
Yes, sir. You can make it full screen.
Yeah. So most of you know about coronavirus. I'll not talk too much about it, but mainly I'll talk about how we can deal with it and how we are going to live with it. So this is something which is, known that it's caused by one of the virus from the coronavirus family, and this is the COVID-19, which actually I need not tell you about all the history where it came from. So primarily there are 7 different coronaviruses, and this is one of the latest which has evolved through various, I would say, because these viruses have different genomic makeup in their structure. This is an RNA virus, and it has evolved and it has turned to be as the last COVID-19. So it has evolved over a period of time, and it causes the respiratory distress syndrome. So it is also named as the COVID, which is the novel coronavirus 2. Uh, what is important is this is like any other virus. The way you get influenza or you get any infection through a respiratory droplet, this is not something very much different than the other viruses. So first of all, I should say you should not really panic. See, the whole thing is there is a lot of education around coronavirus now, and with all the media and everything around, I would say there is so many new things which we have learned. That is how this has become, a completely, a new area in terms of quarantine and other areas. So clearly, this is a different way of looking at the same set of viruses which were existing earlier. So just to share with you, like about the spread. It may spread through by touching others who may have got infected, or a sick person, spreads out the droplet. So important is how we maintain a distance. And the most commonest portals of entry where it can enter is primarily the face, like the mucosal membranes on the face, the eyes, nose, mouth, ears. So how best we protect ourselves is through a mask, and we keep ourselves covered. And especially when you are going to a hospital visiting doctors, you need to take all the adequate precautions when you're going there, which I'll talk about it. So if you see anybody is sick also, or even otherwise these days, you should maintain a distance of at least 2 meters, which can keep you safe. Now it is being postulated also that there are micro droplets which can spread and go to a little larger distance. So better to maintain a safe distance. Use a mask. Everybody is now mandated to use a mask, and including whether you're sick or not, everybody is mandated, and that's one good thing, because using a mask reduces the risk of transmission if both the people are using by almost 0.9%, which is pretty low, almost negligible. And then the questions are, what type of a mask? So use the 3 mask adequately covers the nose, mouth, and the face, and it is comfortably worn over the ear, so that you don't touch it every time. Avoid touching the mask. Avoid touching the front part of the mask, any part of the face. Do not touch your face. Do not, if you're wearing spectacles, do not touch your spectacles. If at all there is a real hard need to do that, then you should use a sanitizer. At least rub your hands properly, or if you have an access to a nearby soap and water, wash your hands for more than 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds before you even touch your mask or your anything you want to adjust on your face. Best is to avoid touching anything on the face, even the hairs. So other is, people even have asked, should I use an N95 mask? It is not mandatory to use an N95 mask. N95 means it filters the particles at least 95% more. But here with people wearing the mask around you, and you're not into a high risk like the doctors, healthcare workers who are in the ventilator room, they need to use the N95 mask, because there the aerosol is generated through the ventilators. So that is where one needs to use the N95 mask. Otherwise, everybody even if you're visiting hospitals, we don't need to use an N95 mask. So the question is, what mask? Then you can use a simple 3-layered mask or a surgical mask. even after 8 hours, you're required to change the mask. So that is normally the timeline for changing the mask. So when you're outside, you should wear the mask. When you're indoors as well, in the hospitals or other premises in the clinic, you should continue to wear the mask. Now the other question is, should I wear a glove? So you can use a glove, but remember that the gloves, if you're wearing, should not give you a false sense of security. You will also have to sanitize the gloves, because if the gloves are coming in contact with the things around you in the various areas which may be contaminated, then you would need to sanitize the gloves also. And after you finish your visits and when you're returning back, you should dispose them off properly outside your house before you get in. And again, sanitize your hands. Don't carry the impression that you may have completely been away from any of the sort of infection. So best is to take these precautions, all the precautions. When you are touching any surface, there is a possibility that somebody else would have touched it. There is a possibility it may have been contaminated, like it could be a doorknob, staircase, as you could see in this picture. It could be a pen, or any of your digital device also, because you would have touched any other table surface and then you're touching your phone. So important is you sanitize all these devices or the things which you carry on yourself or in the bag. And then best is to avoid touching them more frequently, so that, but of course your phones and all, you would need to touch it because you're taking calls, but sanitize them before you even use your phones and put it to your ears. Best is to carry those bottles of sanitizers and sanitize using a tissue, and then that tissue you can just keep it in the pocket and dispose it off, or if you're able to dispose it off in the dustbin. So I'm just trying to give you some practical tips as what you would need to do when you're going into a hospital or going out. When you're even venturing into a hospital, don't even, as I said, don't touch any part on your face. Of course, that's the best thing. But in the hospital, try and avoid venturing into very deep pockets of the hospital unless and until you are mandated to go. Take care. Don't again touch anything on the face. Use wherever you can on the like say your bags and all. You can avoid carrying heavy bags with you, so that you can sanitize those bags also when you're returning, as you would have received the guidelines on the field work. So we have put up guidelines very appropriately. So follow those guidelines when you're going on the field work. So now viruses, this virus, including other viruses, can last on the various surfaces, and there are various studies. It can last on the plastic, say, for about 3 days. On the metal surface also, it may last a little longer. And on the cardboard, it is said to last for about 4 to or less number of time, that is about 8 to 10 hours. And on the copper surface, it lasts just about 4 to 5 hours. So depending on the type of surface, the virus remains, kind of active. Active, I mean to say, normally, I believe all of you know that viruses are on the border of a living and a non-living. And what it means is that they are just particles which are, a small membrane outside and which coats inside an RNA. They do not carry any of their other cellular manufacturing or cell dividing machineries. They actually use the host cells to manufacture copies and multiply. So here, if the host is human, they would use the human cells to multiply. So we should avoid, any of these objects to be coming in direct contact. If you feel by mistake, if there is anything which you need to sanitize, then sanitize it appropriately, either with soap and water, if it can be done with soap and water. Don't sanitize your vegetables with soap and water, because for that there are different guidelines. You could sanitize it with baking soda, with a high concentrated baking soda, or soak it in that for about 5 to 10 minutes, whatever the vegetables and all, and other things which are not eatable, and or say which are covered with say plastics or other surfaces, and where you believe that water will not enter inside, soap will not enter inside, that you can sanitize it with soap water. Any regular soap water is good enough for that. So best is to sanitize these things when you're carrying your car keys or your bike keys, and you're driving back. So before entering home, sanitize that, before you really go inside. So keep that habit of sanitizing. This is actually the new normalcy which we will live with until this, of course, the epidemic and all gets over, and we realize that we can continue to live, because coronavirus is going to be there. It's not going to be like influenza has stayed here for us with hundreds of years, and all the other infections. So similarly, this infection would also stay, but of course the intensity of an epidemic or a pandemic would decline over a period of time. The risk of infections is to all, but the risk of falling ill or getting more symptoms is in people who are elderly. Especially the risk is very high if the age is about 80 years of age, and the risk is again medium between 50 to 80 years of age, 55 to 80 rather. And in pregnant women, of course, they have to be protected. In small children younger than say 10 years, they have to be protected. And most importantly, people who have a background disease, like say if there is a severe cardiovascular disease, now just labeling that, okay, I have a cardiac disease, I will get a virus and I will fall ill, that's not necessarily the case. If your disease is under control, and if you're doing a daily set of exercise, eating good food, built up your, already you have built up your immunity despite all that, it is, even if the virus touches you, you may be symptomless. 90% of the people in India do not have symptoms. Worldwide, they say 80%, but in India, the figure is coming to, they are yet to publish the epidemiology data in India, but around 90% of the people are symptomless. Now, what you're seeing, the numbers day by day going up, you might be thinking that, oh, wow, these numbers are shooting. Like one day it has come 5,000, someday it has come 4,500. It's not just because the infections rates, of course, infection rates have gone up, but these are patients who already had the viruses. They may not be having symptoms, but most importantly, the testing has gone up. The kind of testing what India has done, with more than 20 lakh tests being conducted, I think the infectivity rate in India is pretty low, which is around 0.3, 0.6%. But with that, I'm not advising you that, you can just go around, freak around and just do whatever. We have to follow precautions. As you can see, people who have really been reckless are the people who have been spreading around this. And rather, we are actually being contained unnecessarily into our own house, rather, where we want to go and outside and work. But we have been forced to contain because of some of the set of people who are behaving irresponsibly and recklessly. So we should be responsible. We should take all precautions and ensure that we protect ourselves. At the same time, not to develop, the other extreme, which you call as the paranoid behavior. Like don't get too hypochondriac at the same time. So that thinking you start getting a cough, whether it is that. So of course, recognize the symptoms and required seek medical help. So that's where the risk of infections are. People who have a background cancer disease are at a high risk of infection. So any person where the immunity is compromised severely, the symptoms are very high and they tend to be hospitalized. Other risk is high in patients who have some severe respiratory diseases, like, who are smokers, COPD patients. So do not smoke, avoid alcohols. They have opened up home deliveries of alcohol. Don't go for it, because you may have some part of it, but see, alcohol has an effect on immunity and it is proven. So please avoid getting into any of that. Maintain a healthy life, eat good food, and eat leafy vegetables and also fruits basically. So symptoms and signs, by now you know most of it. Cough, headache, sneezing, most importantly, fever, and all these. Along with now, there are additional symptoms like chills or loss of smell, which is called as agnosia, or loss of taste. All this dysgeusia. So these are, I'm just using medical terms for that. So these are the symptoms, but you need to correlate it properly, that how many symptoms you're having and how severity. Fever, if it is, you're running a high grade fever, and of course you're running with that severe shortness of breath, difficulty in breathing, or a cough, a dry to hoarse cough, then and then sometimes headache, then of course don't try to treat yourself. You should reach out and seek medical attention. People who have sought medical attention earlier are the people who have been discharged early from the hospital settings as well. So do not fear to report. At the same time, please report voluntarily if you're having any symptoms. So nobody is just going to pull you and put you into a quarantine. People, in fact, a lot of facilities have been done very nicely within the big hospitals, because you are people who are working in hospitals, you know that every hospital has got a COVID, non-COVID kind of entries, and facilities have been done up very well. So so you don't fear to inform about your symptoms and then required seek attention. Incubation period is the time period after you have come in contact with a person who may have got infected, and then it's getting transmitted. And when you report the first symptoms, or when any one of us reports the first symptoms, so that period is called as incubation period. For a coronavirus, it can be anywhere between 2 to 14 days. And if we are symptomless, sometimes even when the disease is cured, or the virus goes away, the viral shedding continues for sometimes even for 2 weeks beyond the cure in some of the cases. But most of the time it goes away in 14 days after the symptoms have set in. So this is like what I already talking about, the way chain of infection. So break the chain, protect yourself. And this is the way we have been talking about how to break the chain repeatedly. I would say hand hygiene, respiratory hygiene, wear a mask, cover your face if you're sneezing, don't spoil your mask inside, don't touch your face at the same time, use sanitizers or sanitize your hands if you have to. Social distancing, we were saying earlier 1 meter, but most adequate and safe would be keep it around 2 meters, and avoid the contact of any of your people in the family, like your very senior old age people, to even venture outside. Let them not come in contact. And if you're working anywhere and if you're going back to the family, take care that you don't come in contact with them directly, before you sanitize yourself, before you take a good bath and all that. So avoid those type of contacts with some elderly people if you have in the family. This we already spoke. 20 seconds wash. Like if you sing jingle bells twice a day, it will be almost 40 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds while you're washing your hands. And there are ways of properly between the fingers, washing your palms, your thumb, behind the hand. So that's the way you should wash it. Now, why to wash it? Because the virus has a lipid layer, and adequate washing for a long time, it dissolves the lipid layer, and then once it dissolves, then the virus is no more viable at all, because what remains behind is just the RNA, which cannot survive. So everything gets washed away. Wash up to your elbows. Try to wash it and ensure that you maintain adequate hygiene. If you have worn out gloves, dispose them off before you wash your hands. But wash your hands adequately. Follow hand sanitizations. If there is no soap, then use adequate, generous amount of hand sanitizers, and properly sanitize your palm and the back of the hand. So this is the way, just the picture shows you, and most of you must be doing it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and different pictures give you an idea of how to sanitize your hands, and just sing some songs so around 50. Otherwise, it becomes monotonous when you're trying to wash your hand for a longer period. Just to keep you engaged in this. So already we spoke about it. And do not touch your face. I would repeat that again, anywhere, either hospital, outside, anywhere. Avoid touching your eyes. Do not touch your eyes at all or anything on the face. And like I touched my spectacles, don't do that at home. And, don't touch your nose, ears at all. Okay. So my video was off, I was told. So you may not have seen me touching my spectacles. So respiratory hygiene is to take all adequate precautions so that this virus does not go through the port of entry. At the same time, when we cough or sneeze, it does not contaminate the environment, because we may be equally responsible for, spread out. Because as I told, almost 90% of us are symptomless. So that's what, use your handkerchief. Do not throw the tissues anywhere. Put it into the proper dustbin where it does not come in contact. Do cover when you sneeze. Wash hands immediately. And do not use other ways, like, in case of women, like pallu or sari or chunni, because these may be things which may be used again sometimes. So they may get contaminated. And do not spit anywhere. Avoid using anything. At the same time, I would like to add to this, do not smoke. This is the best time to give up smoking. Social distancing, we always discussed. You don't see, in these times, do not feel shy to distance yourself even from your boss. If it is 2 meters, you have to maintain 2 meters, and keep reminding people, do not shake hands. I think best is the way we greet ourselves. You can just greet loudly, good morning, good afternoon, or just say a namaste or whatever. Do not, even if it is a doctor anywhere, there is no compulsion, and it is well known in these times that you have to maintain adequate distancing from each other. Social distancing is the biggest buzzword for protecting and taking precautions against the coronavirus. So do not go to some very crowded places so that you brush against people. Avoid going there. And of course, try to use your own transport. If you're using public transport, of course, they are not started in many places. Some places they are started. They are also advising to keep social distancing. Maintain that social distancing. High risk group, I spoke about, how you should take care. While traveling anywhere, maintain a social distancing. Wear your mask properly. Do not touch your mask. The mask has to be worn properly, covering the nose, mouth, and most of the area of the face below, up to the chin and below. Avoid, don't try to use any jazzy masks. Because this is something which has to protect you at the same time. And at the same time, as I said, you need not use an N95 mask, because I explained to you who needs to use it. Avoid touching faces. I've been talking of it frequently, and I'll keep repeating that. Wash your hands with soap and water or sanitizers. That is your alcohol-based hand rubs, which are designed as sanitizers. And by now, you know better than me, what sanitizers. Simple alcohol liquids, which are more than 70% sanitizers, are the best to use. Avoid using, something which has got an aloe vera and all, which will otherwise leave a precipitate or a greasy feeling on your hand, unless you are in a very dry area where the skin may become dry. Keep a proper distance. Inside the house, inside the office, maintain, if you travel to any office or any other place in a hospital also, if you have access to wash your hands, wash it. Maintain a distance adequately. Here it is saying 1 meter, but I would advise say around 2 meters. And use your own separate napkins, or what you should carry. When you're returning back, call up your house, inform them you're coming. It should be a kind of a touchless entry into the house. The door can be kept open. Sanitize the things before you enter inside. Your car keys, your bike keys, your anything else which you're carrying with you, like say a small sleek bag also, which you may have. So sanitize it with the sanitizer which you have in your hand. You may carry a few tissues with you, and then you can dispose those tissues properly after you clean off the sanitizers. And all the things which you are, which can be carried on person, like your car keys, pen, phones, bottles, etc. Either you keep them outside if it is okay. Otherwise, if you're taking, sanitize them appropriately. Wash your hands properly in with soap and water, as I said, for 20 seconds. And here it says stand in water for a few minutes, not required, but you can straight go and hit the bathroom and take a bath with proper soap and water. And you can either put your clothes into the washing machine, or you can cleanse them inside the bathroom and then clean it off with some water and then give it for washing. That could be the best thing to do. As I said, a touchless entry is important. Sanitize. I would keep repeating that. Of course, don't get paranoid about it, and take a bath completely from head to toe. And finally, as I said, seek medical advice. And treatment, there are some treatments emerging. Well, there are drugs, but best treatment is precaution. Protect ourselves, keep safe. Treatment is you keep adequate distance, etc. And currently there are few drugs which have been tested and shown good response, but these are intravenous drugs or oral drugs, not yet available in India. Do not use hydroxychloroquine as a prophylactic medicine unless and until your doctor advises you. I'm repeating that again. Do not use HCQ, hydroxychloroquine or chloroquine unless and until a doctor advises you. People with COVID-19, of course, immediately should seek attention. As I said, do not take any of the measures by yourself. Reach out to your medical practitioner and seek attention if you believe there are symptoms which need attention. Vaccines are under development. There are 7 vaccines which are already being tested in humans, and they are on very fast track development. In fact, 2 vaccines have gone beyond into phase 2 studies. One you would have already heard is from Oxford, and another is from a Chinese company where the vaccines are already in the development. They are saying by fall I mean September, October, the vaccine should be available. Maybe by the year end, may not be by fall, but there are a lot of fast track ways of developing a vaccine, and that could be a good fighter against the virus. So they are using multiple different ways of preparing vaccine, different genomic material and different materials of the virus to prepare a vaccine. And there are almost more than 77 other companies which are in the preclinical stages of vaccine. So you can imagine the kind of efforts which are going against this to ensure that the world is protected and completely immunized. And that's the best way. Of course, the best way is to protect yourself. Immunity plays a very important India. Maybe the healthcare is still shying about it, but in India still immunity plays a very, very key role, and everywhere, of course. And we all are vaccinated in our after our birth within a few weeks of 4 weeks to 6 weeks with a BCG vaccine, which is against TB. So that is one which also helps to recruit the T lymphocytes, which are the killer cells, and could protect us. But don't carry that false sense of security. Take precautions, take care of yourself. And again, in a lot of us, we have been exposed to malaria antigens in the past by the bite of mosquitoes and all. We may not have, all of us may not have developed malaria because there is something which protects us inside in our genes, which is present right from the birth. So one is that innate immunity and another is the acquired immunity. So we should build up immunity. Now there are ways of building up immunity against the virus besides the immunity which we have. So eat fresh fruit, vegetables, have a good sleep of 7 to 8 hours. Very important, exercise. Many of us neglect this, but this is the most important part of the defense system, to build a defense system, because this has shown clearly to mobilize the defense system against the virus. So at least in adults, 30 minutes of exercise is mandated daily, and we should do it. And indoor exercise can be done. You know, there are various indoor exercises. I need not tell you, all of you know about it well. Yoga has one of the best effects also besides the other indoor exercises. I don't want to promote yoga, but even universities like Harvard universities have mentioned about the positive impacts and the clinical studies which have come out of millions of patients who have been treated with yoga. And there are different types of yoga exercises. You can actually find out, you know, which ones you can do continuously for 30 minutes at least. Stay hydrated adequately, take vitamins, and vitamin D is one. So Ayush recommendations are there, but being an allopathy doctor, I'm not a great proponent, but you could, of course, these are all things which we have been taking in our food. So continue to take good amount of turmeric, but I don't know how much it may contain curcumin, but you continue to take good amount of all these things so that, but don't create a false sense of security. You should take vitamin D adequately as it is advised. Best dose is 60,000 units for adults given, you know, continuously for 3 days who have not taken it, and then once in a week over 24 weeks, and then you can make it once in fortnight. All other things are just additions, herbal tea, etc., etc. But what I'm talking about, vitamin C, 500 milligram once or twice a day, vitamin D, then a combination of various vitamins like what we have, A to Z, NS formula is there. A to Z, NS is one of the best formulas what we have, you know, from Alchem as the immune protector, and there are similar other multivitamin formulations. So please take those adequately on a daily basis. As I said, important is exercise and a good healthy food. Do not consume too much of sugary food. Do not consume too much of oily food. When you are outside, try avoiding eating outside, because when you're outside, you may not be necessarily, carrying sometimes the home food. If at all you are forced to eat outside, then eat only hot and cooked food. Please do not eat salads or any other foods which may not be cooked or which are raw. So that's the best thing to do. So as I said, nothing to panic, but take care at the same time. And transmissions have been adequately prevented. One of the things about coronavirus is that it is 10 times more contagious. So take care of yourself. That's the reason we are talking about the coronavirus. Luckily for us, as you see the figures, the recovery rates are very high. And now it's crossing more than 30-35%, which is the highest, I would say, in the world. We're expecting that we would touch around 90%. But don't go under a false security again. Take care, because there are people in your family who may be elderly as well. And we don't know, again, our immunity needs to be built up continuously. So that's very important when you are taking adequate precautions. So stay safe. And that's the message I have for all of you. Feel free to ask anything you may have. And my best wishes for a healthy way forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Akhilesh sir. I would just like to add a comment in this. We have not only the field but also the families here. And I'd like to add that जब हम BTP करते हैं sir, I'm going regional because many of people can understand. BTP करते हैं तब हम my hospital team is very well versed with the use of antibiotics. तभी हम बताते हैं कि बैक्टीरिया एक शत्रु है और उसके खिलाफ लड़ने के लिए हमारे पास मिसाइल्स है जो कि एंटीबायोटिक्स. और मेरी हॉस्पिटल टीम आई बिलीव दैट उनको एंटीबायोटिक्स की इतनी जानकारी है कि दे कैन देमसेल्फ फाइट एंड ब्रिलियंटली एडवाइस द डॉक्टर्स फॉर द टीम. बट कोरोना एक ऐसा शत्रु है जिसके हमें खुद को कुछ ज़्यादा जानकारी नहीं है. एंड द टिप्स गिवन बाय यू are so simple and well absorbed, I think, by everybody. Definitely everybody has understood it and they will practice those things. So on behalf of my whole field, I extend my gratitude and thanks for conducting this session and explaining everybody about the COVID and the do's and don'ts. डियर ऑडियंस, हम आगे बढ़ते हैं हमारे एजेंडा में। आगे ऐसी ही कुछ जानकारी आपको देनी है, लेकिन एक पैनल डिस्कशन के तौर पे। पैनल डिस्कशन में इंटरेक्शंस होंगे और इसके लिए आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट none other than Dr. Chirag Teli, who will be the moderator for the session. To give a brief introduction about Dr. Chirag, he is a general manager, medical affairs, and क्या बोलूं उनके बारे में, he is well versed with almost all subjects and has a wide experience on the current COVID situation also. So Dr. Chirag Teli, हम आपका स्वागत करते हैं. Please join the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Hemant. Good evening, everyone, and सभी family members को भी very warm welcome. आप सबका स्वागत है and आपको भी ये सेशन अच्छा लग रहा होगा. आपके पास, आपके दिमाग में, आपके मन में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस भी होंगे. तो थोड़े क्वेश्चंस हम लोगों ने आपसे लिए हैं और I would take a help of the all panel members to have the answers for all of you. So let me start with again welcome to each one of you. We have heard from our MD, Managing Director, that there is a very positive message. How do we look at this unprecedented crisis, or the crisis none of us have witnessed in our life? So I quote his words that there is new morning, which will bring a new day, a new opportunity. And on the how to fight the infection, Dr. Akhilesh, our head of department, President and Chief Medical Officer, has really shown the right and very simple way: sanitization, social distancing, and immunity to fight this infection, to fight this situation, and to win against this unprecedented crisis. But having said this thing as a message, today our clear is how to deal with the current situation. How and what should I take care of myself, my family?
Dr. Chirag, your voice is cracking.
Okay. Am I audible to you now, Sandeep?
Yeah, it is better. It is better.
Okay, thank you. So, as I was saying that it was an extremely good message from our MD and Dr. Akhilesh, but our plea is how to deal with current situation and what should I take care? How should I take care of myself, my family members? Many of us team members would have family with the comorbid parents and maybe a pregnant wife, young kids. So let us understand the situation. To discuss this all, I welcome our panel member, starting with Dr. Akhilesh. Please join us, sir. Sandeep, you please switch on your video so we can see you. So our none other than our Sandeep Dey, our BU head, our head for the division. Along with that, we have Dr. Abhijit Trilokia. He is a Deputy General Manager for Medical Affairs, Alchem Labs. He is a past experience as a physician at heart and served in many reputed pharma companies, numerous publications and certifications, what he owns. And also, as area of expertise, general medicine, internal medicine, what we say in the medical words, as well as diabetology and the cardiology. Also, I welcome Dr. Hemant Kanse, your medical advisor for critical care, Hospicare. He is a past experience as a senior resident and assistant professor in government institution. An area of expertise is critical care medicine. We also have Dr. Nitin Kapure. He is a medical advisor with us in medical affairs at Alchem. His experience in as a medical officer and also a lecturer in reputed institutions. His experience vastly in the neurology and psychiatry. With us is dealing with more than 3.5 years and very vast experience in neurology and psychiatry. So let us begin. As I said, our intentions are to know what should we take care and how should I what should I do as individual, for myself, from family members. So Dr. Hemant, as we all know, hospital team has a higher exposure to hospital setup. They visit ICU and ICU doctors, and hence the queries might be in their mind that as individual, should I worry about COVID-19 more? How likely I am to catch COVID-19? Dr. Hemant.
Yes, sir. बहुत ही
If you,
उम्दा सवाल है, sir. Yeah.
Dr. Hemant, Dr. Chirag, one request to you. So if you can request all the panelists, the relevant questions to the family, if we can doubly answer in English and Hindi. So that
Sure.
will be a little,
Yeah, it is a good idea.
better. Correct?
Yes, surely. It is a very good idea, Sandeep.
Yeah.
And with that note, I request Dr. Akhilesh, Dr. Abhijit, Dr. Nitin, and Dr. Hemant that we touch upon our national language as well as it will be very convenient and palatable for the family members. Even you can laugh at my Hindi. मेरा हिंदी बहुत अच्छा नहीं है, but I'll also मैं भी हिंदी में बोलने का, हिंदी में समझाने का प्रयत्न करता हूँ. So Dr. Hemant, आप could you throw light on the question that as a hospital team member, as a hospital, मेरा chance ज़्यादा होता है because I visit doctors in ICU, I visit ICU staff. मैं ICU में जाता हूँ, ICU staff को मिलता हूँ, ICU doctors को मिलता हूँ. So should I worry more about COVID-19 and कितने chances है कि मुझे ज़्यादा COVID-19 infection लग सकता है? Dr. Hemant.
Yes, sir. बहुत ही बेहतरीन सवाल ये है. मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि because ऐसी कोरोना एक ऐसी चीज है. हेलो, नो ऑडिबल नाउ?
Yes, audible.
मैं कह रहा था कि ये क्वेश्चन स्वाभाविक रूप से आ सकता है सबके पास. इट्स वेरी नेचुरल टू हैव दिस क्वेश्चन बिकॉज कोरोना एक ऐसी चीज है जो ना कि आई एम ऑलरेडी इन माई अर्ली 30s बट पीपल लाइक टू हैव जो ऑलरेडी 80 साल के 70 साल के हैं, उन्होंने भी कभी ये देखा नहीं. इसलिए ये पैनिक होना, मुझे हो सकता है कि नहीं, या मुझे हो जाएगा तो इससे क्या हो सकता है, ऐसे सवाल आना बहुत ही नॉर्मल चीज़ है. ये पहले सबसे कहना चाहूँगा मैं. और इससे बिल्कुल भी घबराने की ज़रूरत नहीं, लेकिन इसको हमको फेस करना है. जैसे आपने पूछा, हमारी फील्ड भी बहुत जानना चाहेगी एंड दे लाइक टू नो कि व्हाई शुड आई वरी एंड शुड आई रियली वरी अबाउट दैट. इसके लिए मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि ये एक नया इन्फेक्शन है. डेफिनेटली इट्स लाइक एनी अदर पब्लिक हेल्थ कंसर्न. इसकी एक ही चीज़ है कि ये डिसीज को हम बराबर से जान नहीं पाए. We have not understood it really better and the immune response which is coming out and also the treatment. इसके लिए definitely we cannot be careless. हमको बिल्कुल ही इसको ऐसे फालतू नहीं लेना चाहिए, इसको जरूर seriously लेना चाहिए. And I know my team definitely has a higher exposure because they are visiting the ICU setup, the doctors who might be dealing with such patients. So definitely the risk is higher in such people and my team who is visiting. But जैसे हमारे अखिलेश सर ने हमको जानकारी दी है, यही हमको शस्त्र इस्तेमाल करना. These are the weapons which our team should be using it, not to take it very carelessly. बिल्कुल भी इसको फालतू नहीं लेना है. Hand hygiene, respiratory hygiene, social distancing and the risk population हम अगर ध्यान में रखेंगे तो ये बहुत ही हल्के तरीके से हम इसको हैंडल कर सकते हैं. इससे बच भी सकते हैं और इसको स्प्रेड भी हम रोक सकते हैं. ये हमने देखा है, चाइना में भी देखा है हमने कि ये कंट्री जो 82,000 तक पहुंच गई थी एंड दे हैव मैनेज्ड वेरी वेल टू कंटेन दिस इन्फेक्शन. So with this, I submit my answer to you, sir.
Thank you.
I would just like to add on that, Chirag.
Sure, sir.
Some experience what I have got from few of my colleagues and of course Sandeep, they can also vouch for it, from the hospitals and from the other settings. In fact, I would say we are very safe in the hospital setting because the way they sanitize the hospitals and the beds is one of the best things. Like, you know, I've seen in one case, मतलब मैं ठीक है, I'll speak in Hindi. I'll try to speak in Hindi. अगर एक पेशेंट को अगर किसी को अंदर जाना है तो वो लोग उसको बाहर एक रूम में रुकाते हैं. अगर उसको कोविड-19 पॉजिटिव नहीं है तो अगर वो कोविड-19 पॉजिटिव के उसको सिम्टम्स हैं या उसको कुछ लक्षण हैं तो उसको अलग एंट्री से उसको अंदर ले जाते हैं और फिर रूम जो होता है वहाँ पे उसको फ्यूमिगेट मतलब धुआं किया जाता है, जो कि एक तरह का केमिकल होता है जिससे उसको 1 घंटे तक उसको सैनिटाइज करते हैं और फिर वो पूरा निकल जाने के बाद में फिर पेशेंट को वहाँ ले जाते हैं. और जो पेशेंट को मतलब किसी और ट्रीटमेंट के लिए गया है हॉस्पिटल में, जैसे कि अगर वो पेशेंट किसी मार लगने की वजह से गया है, फ्रैक्चर से गया है, कोई और चीज से गया है, हॉस्पिटल में वो इतने अच्छे से उसको सैनिटाइज करते हैं कि अच्छे से सैनिटाइज करते हैं उसको हॉस्पिटल में, उसको दूसरे रूम में शिफ्ट करने से पहले, कि पूरा का पूरा रिस्क ही लिटरली खत्म हो जाता है. इनफैक्ट हॉस्पिटल मैंने देखा है बहुत जगह पे. इनफैक्ट मेरे कुछ कलीग्स हैं, उनके खुद के हॉस्पिटल हैं, उसके यहाँ पे वो अभी ज्यादातर इमरजेंसी केस मैनेज कर रहे हैं. सर्जन है, 2-3 सर्जन. तो जिस तरह से वो सैनिटाइज करते हैं तो शायद हम अपना बाकी जगह भी इतना सैनिटाइज नहीं करते होंगे. ऑफ कोर्स हमें पूरा अपना ध्यान रखना है, पूरा प्रिकॉशंस लेना है, लेकिन आप ये मत सोचिए कि आप हॉस्पिटल में जा रहे हैं तो आपको वायरस आपके लिए रुका हुआ है वहां पे. वो वायरस कब का खत्म हो चुका होगा, क्योंकि इतने बुरी तरह वो लोग वहां सैनिटाइज करते हैं. बुरी तरह मीन्स दे रियली गो वेरी डीप एंड सैनिटाइज इट वेरी appropriately, very methodologically. Just to add to what Hemant said.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree, Dr. Akhilesh, 100%.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, it is very बहुत सही बात है. Hospitals and particularly ICU setup and the post-operative wards are much more sterilized. बहुत सबसे ज़्यादा sanitisation वहाँ होता है compared to the general wards. Absolutely, very rightly put it. Thank you so much, sir, to add for this. Dr. Abhijit, what do you say about the taking special precaution for the comorbid conditions like diabetes or hypertension? If someone has a diabetes or hypertension, what special precaution someone wants to take? Someone needs it. तो अगर किसी को, मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बोल लेता हूँ, अगर किसी को इंडिविजुअल को किसी एक को डायबिटीज या तो हाइपरटेंशन जैसी बीमारी है तो और आमतौर पर जब हम जितना ध्यान रखते हैं उससे कुछ ज्यादा ध्यान रखना पड़ता है, ऐसा कुछ है क्या डॉक्टर अभिजीत?
ओके, थैंक यू चिराग फॉर दी क्वेश्चन. तो जिनको डायबिटीज एंड ब्लड प्रेशर या उच्च रक्तदाब का बीमारी रहता है उनको थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा प्रिकॉशन लेना ज़रूरी है. दी मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग, जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है वो उन्होंने कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए. वो उनका जो डायबिटीज़ का दवाई है वो रेगुलरली लेना चाहिए. जो ब्लड प्रेशर का दवाई है वो भी उन्होंने रेगुलरली लेना चाहिए. उसमें उन्होंने कुछ भी कम ज़्यादा मात्रा में कुछ भी करना नहीं चाहिए. डायबिटीज़ के पेशेंट है, उन्होंने अपने ब्लड शुगर लेवल, जो हम लोग बोलते हैं कि ब्लड ग्लूकोज लेवल भी बोलते हैं, उस पर कंट्रोल करना चाहिए. उन्होंने खाने पीने पे थोड़ा ध्यान देना चाहिए. अच्छा हेल्दी फूड खाना चाहिए. एज वेल एज जो इम्पोर्टेंट वाइटामिन्स रहते हैं जो अपना इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाते हैं, लाइक विटामिन सी, विटामिन डी, वो भी जितने चाहिए उतने मात्रा में खाना चाहिए. सपोज अभी वो डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जा सकते तो दे कैन कनेक्ट विद द डॉक्टर थ्रू टेलीमेडिसिन. सो टेलीमेडिसिन का जो है, या डॉक्टर से फोन पे बात करके भी डॉक्टर से कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. सो ये सब चीज प्रिकॉशन उन्होंने लेना चाहिए, because all those things are very important. When you talk about the control of diabetes and blood pressure, तो आपको ब्लड प्रेशर है या डायबिटीज है तो आप ज़्यादा बीमार पड़ सकते हो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, प्रोवाइडेड इफ़ यू टेक प्रॉपर प्रिकॉशन. और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है कि आपके दवाई में आप कभी भी आगे पीछे मत करो, जैसे ही डॉक्टर ने बोला है वैसा आप दवाई लेते रहो, आपका ब्लड शुगर कंट्रोल करते रहो, और आप हॉस्पिटल यदि आप नहीं जा सकते हो तो तो डॉक्टर को फोन कीजिए या टेलीमेडिसिन द्वारा डॉक्टर से आप कंसल्ट कर सकते हो। तो दिस इज व्हाट एक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है, वो आप अपने फॉलो करना चाहिए।
थैंक यू डॉक्टर अभिजीत। मुझे लग रहा है कि ये बहुत सही तरह से आपने बताया कि कहाँ ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है और कितनी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है एक पेशेंट की तरह से ध्यान रखने का। डॉक्टर अखिलेश, एज इंडिविजुअल समटाइम्स आई वरी कि मेरे पेरेंट्स ज़रा ज़्यादा बुजुर्ग है एंड वो ज़्यादा चिंता करते हैं कि मैं अगर बाहर जाता हूँ, बाहर से वापस आता हूँ तो मैं घर में इन्फेक्शन लेके आता हूँ। तो कोई तरीका है कि मैं पूरे घर को सैनिटाइज कर सकूं? और ज़्यादा तौर पे आम तौर पे देखा जाए तो वेजिटेबल्स, फ्रूट्स वगैरह चीज़ें और डे टू डे एसेंशियल्स किचन की जो ज़्यादा बाहर से चीज़ें बाहर से आती है, तो हम उसको सैनिटाइज कैसे करें, उसको हम कैसे ध्यान रखें कि उसकी और से घर में इन्फेक्शन ना आ जाए?
तो जैसे मैंने पहले बताया कि बुजुर्ग ज्यादातर जो 80 साल के ऊपर हैं या फिर 60 साल के, 60-65 साल के, और इम्यूनिटी बहुत ही ज्यादा।
Your voice was not coming, Dr. Akhilesh.
Audible now?
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
sir, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Now it is coming.
थैंक्स फॉर लेटिंग मी। तो जैसे मैंने बोला कि बुजुर्ग, जरूरी नहीं कि सब बुजुर्गों को ये रिस्क है। जिनकी इम्यूनिटी कम है, जिनको कोई साथ में और बीमारी है, और जो लोग खाने पे ध्यान नहीं देते हैं, जो लोग बुजुर्ग होके प्रॉपर ठीक से एक्सरसाइज या कोई डे टू डे एक्सरसाइज करने वाले काम नहीं करते, उनकी रिस्क ज्यादा बढ़ती है। हर एक बुजुर्ग का रिस्क नहीं होता है। अभी कितने बुजुर्ग आपने देखे होंगे, केसेस देखे होंगे, और साथ ही साथ बहुत सा जेनेटिक्स पे भी डिपेंड करता है। अभी कितना 1-2 डायलिसिस के पेशेंट भी अच्छे होके वापस आ गए कोविड-19 के इन्फेक्शन। लेकिन ये केस टू केस डिपेंड करता है। तो हमें क्या ध्यान रखना चाहिए, बुजुर्गों को क्या ध्यान रखना चाहिए? बुजुर्गों को ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि वो किसी ऐसी जगह नहीं जाए जो क्राउडेड हो। अगर जैसे हम हॉस्पिटल से वापस आ रहे हैं, अभी डॉक्टर्स भी यही करते हैं, उनके यहाँ बुजुर्ग हैं तो पहले उनके कांटेक्ट में या संपर्क में नहीं जाते, पहले तो खुद को पूरा अच्छे से सैनिटाइज करते हैं। जैसे मैंने बताया, जैसे हेमंत ने बताया, अभिजीत ने बताया कि कैसे ठीक से सैनिटाइज करना चाहिए, और सब कुछ करने के बाद फिर नहा धो के अच्छे से सैनिटाइज करके फिर उनके संपर्क में रहें। अगर हम हॉस्पिटल जा रहे हैं तो आजकल डॉक्टर क्या करते हैं कि कम से कम उनसे भी 2 मीटर की दूरी बना के रखते हैं, बुजुर्गों से भी, क्योंकि जब तक ये एपिडेमिक पूरी तरह नहीं, ध्यान रखना है। काम तो हमें सबको करना ही है, लेकिन उनका साथ ही साथ ध्यान रखना है। तो एक सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग, उनको भी सैनिटाइजेशन का एजुकेशन दें, उनको भी यही बताएं कि आप अपने चेहरे को हाथ नहीं लगाएं, अपनी नाक को, मुंह को, आंख को मले नहीं, हाथ नहीं लगाएं, क्योंकि अगर वो ये सब नहीं करेंगे तो वायरस अपने आप तो अंदर जाएगा नहीं। तो एक डिस्टेंस रखना चाहिए। और कुछ लोग तो ऐसे भी कर रहे हैं कि जैसे कि जो बार बार हॉस्पिटल जा रहे हैं, वो हो सकता है उनके रूम में नहीं जा रहे हैं ज्यादा, हो सकता है उनसे बात अलग से कर रहे हैं, तो वो एक सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग रखना जरूरी है, क्योंकि उनको भी प्रोटेक्ट करना है। दूसरी बात जो भी बताई कैसे हमें इम्यूनिटी बढ़ानी है, वो इम्यूनिटी उनको भी बढ़ानी है। और तीसरी बात, अगर हम कोई चीज घर में ला रहे हैं, जैसे खाने की चीज ला रहे हैं, उसको सैनिटाइज हम लोग साबुन वगैरह से नहीं कर सकते। अगर वो पैक्ड है पूरी तरह से, जैसे कि जिसमें पानी नहीं जाएगा, साबुन नहीं जाएगा, तो उसको हम साबुन के पानी से सैनिटाइज कर सकते हैं। लेके एक किसी बकेट में या भगोने में आप सर्फ का पानी बना दो या साबुन मिला दो उसमें, और उसमें उसको डुबा के रख दो 1 मिनट तक। वही हम लोग भी करते हैं, और उसको सैनिटाइज करो। थोड़ा सा बर्डन बढ़ता है हमें सैनिटाइज करने का, वो करो। अगर खाने की चीज, जैसे आप वेजिटेबल ला रहे हैं, खुली चीज, तो वो तो आप साबुन में नहीं डाल सकते, क्योंकि वो साबुन पकड़ लेगा और आप वो खा नहीं पाओगे, खा नहीं सकते, वो ज्यादा डेंजरस है। उसके बजाय आप एक किसी बर्तन में जैसे कोई भगोना है या बड़ा कोई टब वगैरह है, साफ एकदम से अच्छे से साफ किया हुआ, उसमें आप खाने का सोडा अच्छे से डाल दो, जैसे 4-5 चम्मच बड़ी चम्मच सोडा डाल दिया, और उस टब को जैसे कि 2-3-4 लीटर पानी से भर दिया, उसको जो खाने की चीजें हैं उसमें डुबा के रख दो, और उसको फिर 5-10 मिनट रख के उसको निकालो। या फिर जो लोग पोटेशियम परमैंगनेट यूज करना जानते हैं, वो थोड़ा सा पोटेशियम परमैंगनेट पानी में मिला के, हालांकि उसका रंग जो है अपने फलों पे या सब्जियों पे चढ़ जाएगा, उसको लेकिन डाइल्यूट करना जरूरी है, ज्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड नहीं होना चाहिए, तो वो भी यूज कर सकते हैं। नमक, सादा नमक का पानी भी आप जैसे 2-3 चम्मच बड़ी चम्मच नमक आप पानी में डाल दो, थोड़े गुनगुने पानी में, और उसको 5-6 लीटर 2-3 लीटर पानी हो, और उसमें आप सब्जियां भिगो के रख दो, और उसको निकालो, फिर उस पानी साफ करके दूसरा पानी लेके बाकी सब्जी और फल डुबो के उसको साफ कर लो, और फिर उसके बाद उसको अच्छे से बहते हुए पानी से उसको धो लो, तो उसके बाद उसको सुखा दो भले। तो ये बेस्ट है। अगर कोई चीज आपके घर में बाहर से आई है, जैसे अमेज़न से या किसी और बाहर से कुरियर से आई है, आप वो लेके आए हैं, वो पैक्ड है, अगर आपको उसको तुरंत उसको इस्तेमाल नहीं करना है, उसको किसी ऐसी जगह रख दो जहाँ कोई हाथ नहीं लगाएगा उसको, जहाँ पे वृद्ध लोग भी उसको हाथ नहीं लगाएंगे, बच्चे हाथ नहीं लगाएंगे। कम से कम 4-5 दिन तक उसको रख दो, जिसको कि हम क्वारंटाइन बोलते हैं, क्योंकि वायरस कहीं पे भी 3 दिन से ज्यादा जिंदा नहीं रहता। तो इनफैक्ट हम प्रिकॉशंस लेंगे तो ये रिस्क होने से बिल्कुल भी घट जाता है। इनफैक्ट ये रिस्क, ये प्रिकॉशंस हम अगर बाहर जाते हैं तो हमें खुद को लेना है। अभी जैसे अंदर आ रहे हैं तो आपको अगर जूते अंदर लाने हैं, चप्पल अंदर लाने हैं, या जैसे एक पाँव आपने जूते से बाहर से अंदर निकाल के रख दिया थैली के अंदर, तो आप सॉक्स के अंदर साथ अंदर आए, दूसरा पाँव अंदर रखिए, तो जूते आप लेके अंदर ले जाके सैनिटाइज करिए उसको सैनिटाइजर से, या धो सकते हैं तो उसको धो दीजिए। तो ये सब चीजें बहुत मायने रखती हैं। अगर हमें लगता है कि हमने आके कहीं टच कर दिया है, तो उसको ठीक से साबुन के पानी से, जैसे जमीन वगैरह को धोते हैं लाइजॉल के इससे पानी से, तो उससे ठीक से आप सैनिटाइज करिए। रोज घर में साफ सफाई रखिए, और कुछ नहीं है कि हमें ठीक से साफ सफाई का ध्यान रखना है, और वैसे ही उसी तरह से हमें अपने वृद्ध माँ बाप को और बच्चों को सबको बचाना है। So social distancing, sanitization, and contacting the face. Do not contact the face. These are the important mantras to stay away from this and maintain highest level of immunity. अच्छा खा पी के and exercise करके. And of course उनको विटामिन देना है, अगर वो विटामिन नहीं ले रहे हैं, विटामिन डी देना है। डॉक्टर्स से बात करके, जो उनका अगर ट्रीटिंग डॉक्टर है उनसे बात करके, कितना विटामिन डी देना है, कितना मल्टीविटामिन देना है, डेली देना है, कैसे देना है। आजकल तो सब एक्सेसिबल है फोन के ऊपर, जिसको टेलीमेडिसिन बोलते हैं। तो मेरी यही राय है उनके लिए, कैसे उनको हमें अच्छे से केयरफुली ठीक से रखना है।
सर बहुत ही बढ़िया तरीके से आपने समझाया। मुझे पक्का भरोसा है कि काफ़ी लोगों ने उसकी नोट्स बनाई होगी, और आम तौर पे रोजिंदा जीवन में आप यूज़ करेंगे तो आपको ये बहुत फ़ायदा रहेगा। सब्जी तरकारी कैसे ध्यान रखना है, बहुत सही तरीके से, बहुत ही आसान भाषा में समझाया कि हम घर में जो हाजिर नमक है, नमक भी कितना हमारे काम की चीज़ है ये सब कुछ करने के लिए। सर बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सर एक मेरे दिमाग में सवाल आता है कि काफ़ी लोग इस में एक न्यूज़पेपर या अखबार भी लेते हैं, तो वो भी एक रिस्क लगता है, और एक रिस्क होता भी है कि अखबार और न्यूज़पेपर उसका कैसे ख्याल रखा जाए।
सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहूँगा
आप नहीं लेना चाहिए।
इन समय में am I responding or Nitin is responding?
नहीं सर, टू यू ओनली। आई जस्ट मेरे दिमाग में सवाल गुजरा कि एक और जो रोजिंदा चीज है जो काफी लोग यूज करते हैं, अखबार, न्यूज़पेपर, इवन करेंसी नोट्स। हम लोग बाहर जाते हैं, शॉपिंग करते हैं, जो चीज घर में लाते हैं उसका करते हैं, बट साथ में जो नोट्स होती हैं वो भी तो हम किसी के टच की हुई लेके आते हैं, तो हम उसका कैसे ख्याल रखें और ख्याल रखा जाए।
देखिए, पहली बात तो से और कार्डबोर्ड से इसका ट्रांसमिशन बहुत कम देखा गया है वायरस का, लेकिन जहां से ये आ रहा है, किसके संपर्क में रहा है, किसने इसको हैंडल किया है, ये सब शंकाएं दिमाग में आती हैं। तो इससे बेटर है आज के ज़माने में जहाँ तक हो सके न्यूज़पेपर्स ना लें घर में, या मैगजीन्स ना लें। आजकल ऑनलाइन सब मिलता है, एक फ़ोन पे, या फिर उनको, आपको किसी को, जैसे कोई एल्डरली लोग हैं उनको, या वृद्ध हैं उनको न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने की बड़ी आदत होती है, तो आप अपने कंप्यूटर पे या किसी चीज़ पे उनको उनको दिखा दीजिए न्यूज़पेपर्स। मतलब आजकल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया का ज़माना है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पेपर मिलते हैं, आप उसको सब्सक्राइब करेंगे तो आप ओपन कर लेंगे, जो भी अच्छे न्यूज़पेपर हैं सारे के, इनफैक्ट इवन लोकल मराठी न्यूज़पेपर्स भी आजकल ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल हैं और आप आसानी से पढ़ सकते हैं। बेस्ट वही है। अगर वो नहीं है तो फिर आप, अगर पेपर आ रहा है तो उसको आप कुछ घंटे तक हाथ मत लगाइए, मतलब 5 6 या 7 8 घंटे तक, बिकॉज नॉर्मली वायरस जो है कार्डबोर्ड पे, न्यूज़पेपर पे 5 6 घंटे तक पाया गया है। और हो सके तो आप अगर न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहे हैं उसको ऐसे पढ़िए कि आपके आपके शरीर के संपर्क में नहीं आए, आप उसको दूर रख के पढ़ रहे हैं। और फिर आप वो के बाद अपना फिर से हाथ वगैरह धो लीजिए, सैनिटाइज करिए, चेहरे को बिल्कुल हाथ मत लगाइए, कहीं पे भी हाथ मत लगाइए। और उसके बाद आप मतलब उसको आप अच्छे से डिस्पोज करके न्यूज़पेपर को आप फिर से अच्छे से हाथ वगैरह सैनिटाइज करिए। तो वही वही एक सजेशन है। प्रेफरेबली जहां तक हो सके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया ही यूज करिए। और आप अपने माँ बाप को भी अगर न्यूज़पेपर दिखाना चाहते हैं तो आप कंप्यूटर पे दिखा सकते हैं, उनके लिए कुछ समय निकाल के, या फिर आपके घर में अगर बच्चे हैं बड़े तो वो खुद उनको दिखा सकते हैं कि आज क्या है न्यूज़ में। और इम्पोर्टेंट न्यूज़ आइटम्स आजकल सब जगह ऐसे अवेलेबल है। तो ये एक सिंपल एडवाइस है।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर।
Chirag
मेरे
ji,
जैसे
just to
मेरे जैसे
interrupt, Chirag ji, one more request, because there are a lot of people from South who are not able to follow the Hindi completely. So if we can have a mix for the important point, so doubling the statement
Sure.
once in English and once in Hindi.
Sure.
Thank you very much for understanding.
Yeah. Thank you. Suggestion well taken, Sandeep, and thank you for throwing that light towards that point. So there are many people like me, I would say, that every morning starts with newspaper. काफी लोग मेरे जैसे होते हैं जो अखबार से शुरुआत होती है, तो ये बहुत सही समझाया कि पहले तो वो आदत बदल दो, सही तरह से आदत बदलनी जरूरी है। समय आ गया है कि हम हमारी आदत तो बदल दें। अगर नहीं बदली जाती है तो कैसे कैसे किया जाए? We can take around 6 to 7 hours and maybe better to use digital way to read the newspaper. Dr. Nitin, maybe when we look at this situation, unprecedented crisis, as individual, sometimes I feel very lonely, and there are many people like me. They feel cut off from external world.
Okay.
And there are very frequent exchanges of the words in the house. When we open newspaper, they talk about corona. When I open social media in my mobile, WhatsApp, Instagram, Pinterest, everything we hear that corona infection is getting more and more intense. There are some amount of deaths and everything. How do I cope up with my stress and that anxiety with build up inside me? I cannot share with anyone. How do I take care? So अगर मैं इसी को हिंदी में बताऊं तो मेरे जैसे काफ़ी लोग होंगे कि एक हम लोग काफ़ी अकेला महसूस करते हैं, लोगों से बाहर मिलते नहीं हैं, बाहर जा सकते नहीं हैं, तो एक अकेलापन महसूस करते हैं। अगर मैंने मोबाइल उठाया, न्यूज़पेपर उठाया, टीवी ऑन किया, हर जगह सिर्फ बात आती है कोरोना, क्या कितने लोग को इन्फेक्ट हुआ, कितने लोगों को शायद किसी को ज़्यादा क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन हो गई, वेंटिलेटर पे लेना पड़ा। तो एक प्रकार की स्ट्रेस और एंग्जाइटी मेरे अंदर आ जाती है। मैं किसी को नहीं शेयर कर सकता हूँ, घर में माँ बाप हैं, मेरी वाइफ है, बच्चे हैं। सो हाउ डू आई डील विद दिस स्ट्रेस और एंग्जाइटी? डॉक्टर नितिन।
Yeah, thank you. This is very important question you have asked me. So I would start with the answer that to try to limit your media consumption. Okay, so by watching too much news, reading too many articles on the Google can be overwhelming. So at the max, you can check the news 2 to 3 times a day, but do not go beyond that. हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं ये अभी के सिचुएशन में, हमारा जो न्यूज़ मीडिया हम लोग देखते हैं, न्यूज़ चैनल हम लोग जो देख रहे हो, उसको किधर ना किधर हमें प्रिवेंट करना पड़ेगा, हमें उसको रिड्यूस करना पड़ेगा। जब हम ब्रेकफास्ट कर रहे हैं, जब हम खाना खा रहे हैं, वही टाइम में आप 15 से 20 मिनट के लिए आप न्यूज़ चैनल देख लो, क्योंकि ये सब ज़्यादा न्यूज़ चैनल इट इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी इट इज़ गिविंग अ साइकोलॉजिकल स्ट्रेस टू अस, सो ट्राई टू अवॉइड द सेम। और ये मैं और दूसरा एक चीज बताना चाहता हूँ, ये जो लोनलीनेस और स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट के लिए, स्टार्ट डूइंग सम एक्सरसाइज, स्टार्ट डूइंग सम योगा, वर्कआउट। जैसे हमारे अखिलेश सर इन्होंने पहले भी बताया है कि ये योगा, वर्कआउट और मेडिटेशन ये ऑब्वियसली काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है। ये केवल आपकी फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ नहीं बढ़ाता, आपकी शारीरिक ताकत नहीं बढ़ाता, ये आपका मेंटल हेल्थ को भी मेंटेन करता है। सो वट एवर द एक्सरसाइज, be it your whatever the fitness activity we are doing it, or exercise, low workout, yoga, it is definitely going to increase your physical strength, and definitely it will helps to boost up your immunity, and very next movement it is also going to improve your mental health also. Again, to cope up with the stress, I would say that spend the time with the family member. अरे यही तो अपना इम्पोर्टेंट टाइम है, बिकॉज इनिशियली व्हाट वी थॉट दैट कि हमें टाइम नहीं मिलता है, अभी किधर ना किधर हमें लॉकडाउन के समय में किधर ना किधर हमें टाइम मिल रहा है। तो स्पेंड, कनेक्ट विद द फैमिली मेंबर, उनसे बात करो, उनसे डिस्कस करो, उनके आइडियाज को रिस्पेक्ट करो, छोटे छोटे चीजों के साथ उनके साथ डिस्कस करो, एंड प्ले विद द चाइल्ड, लाइक डिस्कस विद द सीनियर सिटीजन्स। लाइक ये छोटा छोटा चीज भी आप करोगे ना, तो आपको ये स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट के लिए काफी काफी हेल्पफुल है। एंड आपको कभी लगता है व्हेन यू हैव अ सीवियर स्ट्रेस, सो वॉच सम कॉमेडी शोज, मूवीज, वी हैव अ प्लेंटी ऑफ कॉमेडी शोज। हमारे पास बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस है, हम लोग के पास कपिल शर्मा है, हम लोग के पास बहुत सारे कॉमेडियंस है, so you can go and watch the shows, in particularly watching that particular shows, it is going to stable us, and listen, or you can listen to the music when you have the feeling of the severe stress. Now अगेन आई वुड से दैट कि ये सब चीजें क्यों होता है, मुझे स्ट्रेस क्यों आती है, क्योंकि मैं पहले फील्ड में काफी अच्छा काम करता था और मैं ऑक्यूपाइड होता था। अभी क्या हो रहा है, मैं अभी लॉकडाउन में लॉक टू घर पे, तो अभी क्या हो रहा है, मेरा दिमाग सर सब जगह पे घूम रहा है। आई एम वरीड अबाउट द स्ट्रेस, आई एम वरीड अबाउट माई फैमिली, तो माई ब्रेन इज अ फ्री। सो ट्राई टू बिजी योरसेल्फ, try to involve in the certain activities, work and certain tasks which will certainly helps in the loneliness management. Abhi I will quote my own example. When the our lockdown period has been started, we are doing a plenty of the webinar. So in that way we are totally engaged with the activity, medical activity, and our ongoing medical project is also happening there. So we are doing it simultaneously, be it the new product evaluation, be it the clinical project, be the regulatory project. तो ये सब चीजें मुझे क्या कर रही है, किधर ना किधर ऑक्यूपाइड कर रही है, मुझे डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं कर रही है। तो ट्राई टू इन्वॉल्व इन द सर्टेन एक्टिविटीज। आप सेल्स में आप ये सोच सकते हो कि अभी मैं बाहर जाऊंगा, लॉकडाउन आज ना कल तो ओपन होएगा होएगा, तो आप ये सोच के चलो कि अभी मैं लॉकडाउन में ये सब चीजें मुझे अभी ये सोचूंगा, और जब मैं लॉकडाउन ओपन होएगा तो मैं ये सब कुछ चीजें क्या पॉजिटिवली कर पाऊंगा कि जिसमें इनडायरेक्टली मुझे फायदा होएगा और डायरेक्टली कंपनी को भी फायदा होएगा। और एक चीज मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ, डू नॉट बिलीव इन द रूमर एंड द मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी कॉमन now. There are many people, they are spreading the news. Okay, so do not believe in that particular rumors and misinformation, and also as a respectful citizen, do not spread the same also. And again I would touch upon the point that you should eat healthy, well balanced diet, and get a plenty of sleep, like 6 to 7 hours of sleep minimum, and avoid the alcohol and tobacco in any form, because I mean sales, like we see many a times we get addicted to some kind of this alcohol or some kind of tobacco related product. So try to avoid the same, which is indirectly going to compromise your health, the situation like COVID. So it is going to again, it will in that particular period, it is going to compromise ourselves only. And also try to share the positive and the hopeful stories of the people who have recovered from the COVID. तो कैसा है कि अभी अभी I can take my building example. One of the pharmacists who got the positive, he just last 3 to 4 days back, he become a positive. He was a pharmacist. He's having a pharmacy shop in the Ulhasnagar in Maharashtra. So क्या हो गया, बंदा पॉजिटिव हो गया और उसके बाद what the generous activity which he had done. So उसने पूरे सोसाइटी के लिए एक सोशल मैसेज दिया, उसने एक ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड किया, उसने उसका पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया, उसने बताया कि क्या क्या हुआ मैंने इतना ड्यू प्रिकॉशन करने के बाद भी मुझे कोविड का इन्फेक्शन हो गया. He was ideally, he is a truly social person. हमारा जो भी सोशल एक्टिविटीज होता है, बिल्डिंग का कोई भी एक्टिविटीज होता है, वो काफी इन्वॉल्व होता है. सो मुझे भी काफी बुरा लगा, लेकिन वो जैसा एडमिट हो गया, हॉस्पिटल में गया कोविड में, वेरी नेक्स्ट मूवमेंट उसने खुद का ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड किया और वो उसने पास किया हमारे सोसाइटी में. और दैट वाज ट्रूली ही शेयर हिज ओन एक्सपीरियंस, क्या क्या करने के बावजूद भी उसको प्रॉब्लम हुआ. सो दैट इज वन थिंग, we can share the positive story. And again I would say that कि अपना जो daily activities है, try to maintain the day-to-day activities as much as possible. Start each day with a plan of few things that you will do. Keep a daily diary about same, how you feeling, how you're doing, and keep a symptom log if you are managing the illness. तो मैं आपको ये बोलता हूँ कि आपको ये सब चीज में अगर आपको स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, लोनलीनेस हो रहा है, तो मैं आपको ये रेकमेंड करूंगा, अरे एक डायरी निकालो मस्त, और डायरी में लिखा करो कि आज दिन में, कल मेरा ये दिन था, कल मेरा ये दिन है, मुझे 1 घंटे हर दिन का आप जोट डाउन करो पॉइंट. एक स्टार्टिंग के मॉर्निंग में ये करूंगा, मैं आफ्टरनून में ये करूंगा. मैं अगर सीनियर सेल्स मैनेजर हूँ, मैं एरिया मैनेजर अबाव हूँ, तो मैं मेरे बच्चों लोग के साथ एक रिव्यू मीटिंग लूंगा टू बूस्ट अप देयर मोरल. So likewise, I can do the multiple, I can have the, this kind of simple activities also definitely going to help in your stress management as well as the loneliness part. So that is what overall I can, see in this particular stress management aspect. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin.
Chirag, there are some questions which people have posted.
Yes, sir.
Important, interesting questions.
Yes, if I would read, yes, sir. So I have noted it over here. मतलब काफी लोगों ने पूछा है, but before that, if I would just request Sandeep to take one question, which is also there in the my mind as well as in the questionnaire which is posted by the people. So Sandeep, in the current situation, what do you say about a challenge and opportunity for the Alkem Hospicare team? As Hospicare, we see that every business, some or other way, is affected. And though our MD sir has mentioned about extremely positive of pharmaceuticals, but over here we also have the sub-unit and subsection. So what are your thoughts about the challenges and opportunities for Hospicare business?
Thank you, Dr. Chirag. Yeah, challenges was enormous. I told was because the things are getting streamlined for last 1 week, slowly, gradually. It has not been streamlined. I will not tell it is normal, but it is coming back to its own shape slowly, gradually. Challenges was enormous because this is the only business where if the patient is not getting admitted or if the patient is not in ICU, the uses of the medicine would not have been there. If you see the chronic businesses, even in the acute businesses, the prescription business, there was a possibility of patients, end users to buy the medicines, ordering to the pharmacy or going to the pharmacy or online, which does not happen in Hospicare business. तो हमारे बिजनेस में चैलेंज तो था ही, ये तो बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज था कि कैसे इसको एड्रेस किया जाए. द ओनली थिंग व्हाट वी डिड, जो हमने किया कि कंटिन्यूअसली वी वर इन टच विद आवर टीम एंड हम उनको समझाएं कि भाई ये चैलेंज जो है, ये चैलेंज टेम्पोररी है. सो डू नॉट लूज योर माइंड. and rather you utilize this time to upgrade yourself, utilize this time to get stronger, and utilize this time to come back mentally very strong. हमारे हिसाब से अभी हमारी टीम स्टेबल है. They have understood even work from home करते हुए इतना लिमिटेशन के अंदर में भी every team member of my team, they were continuously in touch with their customers. They could not meet in person, but they were over the telephone call, over SMSs, they were in touch. It may not be having that 11, 12 calls they could do, but at least 3, 4 doctors, 5 doctors, the purchase managers of the hospitals, they have been in touch. I have a great respect for them. The entire team has never left this fight. Mentally, they are very strong. Now coming to the opportunities, the challenges, I told challenges was because from the May first week, when we have started seeing the occupancy details, हम जब occupancy details देखा last week of April तक क्या था, every week we are taking the data. We have seen there is a significant rise in the first week of the May for the occupancy. Even in the second week, that occupancy has gone a little more. Still, I am not telling that occupancy may be, the rise in occupancy may be because of the COVID patient as well. And if you see the asymptomatic COVID patient may not be in a need of high-end antibiotics which hospital division is having. However, the discussion with some of the doctors and the hospitals by my team and myself, we found that simultaneously, exactly Dr. Akhilesh, what he was referring, that majority of the bigger hospitals, they have started making two different entrance and 2 different zones. One is COVID zone, one is non-COVID zone. If I see if I see why the occupancy has come down in April and March, the major reason for getting the patient admitted in ICU or the ward and getting high-end antibiotics is one of the major reasons was the surgery. And all the elective surgery was getting postponed because doctors were not coming and they have taken time to postpone those surgery. The second point where they use it is the trauma or accidents. Because of the lockdown, the number of accidents and trauma was also less. And third was the community acquired infections. Again, because of the lockdown and the people were not outside the home, the COPD patients or the patients who were getting the community acquired pneumonia or something was very less. So that reflects to our total occupancy of the patients. And we got a hit in the business of the hospital care. But if I see the lockdown period relaxations, and in reality, when I see the number of people are coming out, even after maintaining the social distancing, I can foresee the good amount of patients will be coming back to the hospitals. This is one. Second is that all elective surgery which was being postponed has started coming to the hospitals. So by the May end, I believe that things will come into the 50-60% in the normalcy in terms of our normal days business. I'm completely talking about the business perspective. Now, if I see another part of it, the other day also in another webinar I was mentioning, all of you are aware that government has got a big eye opener. This COVID was a big eye opener to the state government and central government. Our health system, our healthcare system is not capable or able enough to handle any such kind of pandemic. That is being proven today. They do not have that kind of infrastructure. And as because that is proven, the central government and state government, in लोगों ने दोनों government, all states, they have taken a special decision to extend or spend more money in the healthcare sector. And this is not true for the government only. Even the biggest private hospitals, they have started thinking about, again, boosting up their infrastructures, increasing the ICU beds, increasing the ventilators and all. So when this infrastructure will be boosting up, definitely our business opportunity will be boosting up. the healthcare system itself will be having, in coming 8 months to 10 months, I can see the potential of the hospital business is going to be double in India. This is very, very important point. And if you see the therapy window also has been evaluated by all the pharmaceutical companies, be it the launching of the new drugs, which may be the need of the hour, maybe some kind of supplements which is needed from this, which may not be drug, but the supplements which is needed, maybe the need of the hour, and they have started working. And the major work that Dr. Akhilesh must be agreeing is going upon the repurposing of the drug. So which is a very high-end research and very fast research, fast-track research in India today. So I believe these things will come very strongly, and the hospital business will be growing tremendously. So whatever we lost in last 2 months, and maybe in this month also, whatever we lose, I'm expecting by July onwards, we'll be coming back towards our normal shape, and then Hospicare as a division will establish themselves in a new orbit by the year end or by one year down the line. Thank you, Dr. Chirag.
Thank you. And Sandeep, I take opportunity to congratulate you for having such a resilient team. I could see that and I witnessed it. So congratulations to entire team to maintain the relations and with doctors as much as possible from your end. So thank you so much, Sandeep.
Thank you.
With that note, I take up the question from the field, as Dr. Akhilesh was insisting about it. Sir, there's a very interesting question from Anil Patnaik. What is asking that incubation period in asymptomatic case, and people are coming positive even after that. So he's particularly mentioning the details that cases are coming positive after 30 days when people are completing the quarantine period of 4 weeks. So how it is happening? How virus? So there's the first question. So maybe there are other 2 questions. I will take it up one after one. So what are the thoughts about it, sir?
So, testing of the virus is based on 2 factors. There are 2 types of testing. One is the testing of the virus itself, which is a direct PCR testing. And second is testing of the antibodies. Antibodies will develop after a certain amount of or certain period of infection. So normally the viral testing will be positive as the virus grows beyond a certain number, and then you start then the virus starts getting shedded in the respiratory mucosa. So normally if you have watched in the media, television or other places, they are taking swabs. Swabs means एक sterile लकड़ी जैसा होता है. It's like a swab stick which has got a cotton at one end, and then it is pushed through the nose and they collect the sample, or it is collected in the posterior part of the nose, which is at the back part of the mouth. Sorry. So this is where the collections are done. Now, what happens after the infection? The viral shedding may continue for a longer period of time in some patients, or in asymptomatic people also it may continue for long. So the range of viral shedding can vary anywhere between 14 days to even 37 days. That's been seen higher. In some cases, they have observed that viral shedding has continued for longer also. But when a patient is normally out of the initial window of say 14 days to 3 weeks, most of the time that person does not tend to remain in a condition where he can transmit the infection so easily. But it is important to maintain the distance even in these patients where the viral shedding may have been happening, though it may be happen in a small quantum. And the other test also which may be done even if a patient has been tested say positive early, like antibody testing. So antibodies would continue to remain in the body for a longer period of time. So those antibodies may test out to be positive. So based on whether it's an acute or a chronic antibody, whether it is IgG or IgM antibody, accordingly the test will come out, and that will tell you whether it's an acute infection or whether it was an old infection. But sometimes the answer to your question is the viral shedding may continue for a longer period on some people, even if the patient or the person is asymptomatic. And that is how the positive testing may come for some people. But on an average, the viral shedding generally tends to stop within 3 to 4 weeks.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope Anil has got his answer. Dr. Abhijit, if you are there, the Anil Patnaik is also asking that how virulent is coronavirus in compared to the other part of the world. You know, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो ऐसा बोलना चाहते हैं कि other part of world में कुछ even Western countries where सब facilities available है, ज़्यादा डेवलप कंट्री है, उसके बावजूद वहाँ ज़्यादा डेथ रेट है और हमारे यहाँ डेथ रेट 3 to 4% है, according to him, which is right. So what are your thoughts, Dr. Abhijit, if you are there? आपका माइक म्यूट पे है, डॉक्टर अभिजीत.
हाँ हाँ, जैसे ही सर ने बताया कि इंडिया में भारत में बीसीजी वैक्सीनेशन होता है, तो इसके कारण भारत में रहने वाली जो जनता है उनकी इम्यूनिटी थोड़ी ज़्यादा है एज कम्पेयर टू दी पीपल हु स्टे अब्रॉड. जो बाहर वाले जो लोग हैं उनसे आप कंपेयर करोगे तो इम्यूनिटी जो भारत में लोग हैं उनकी ज़्यादा है. इसके कारण अब जो मॉर्टेलिटी जो इंडिया में देखा गया है वो बाकी के जो देशों से बहुत कम है. तो जो मरने वालों की जी संख्या है, द रेट इज समवेयर अराउंड 3%, which is less as compared to other countries. अदर जो देशों में कोरोना से बाधित मरने वालों की संख्या और बहुत ज़्यादा है. एंड सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट और एक चीज़ है कि भारत में जो कोरोना से बाधित रुग्ण है, इवन वो अच्छे होने की जो मात्रा है वो भी बहुत अच्छी दिखाई गई है. तो आज जो हम लोगों ने देखा तो उसमें अप्रोक्सीमेटली 30 to 40% जो लोग हैं जो कोरोना से बाधित है वो अभी कोरोना से मुक्त हो रहे हैं. So this is what the major difference between India and जो यूरोपियन कंट्री और यूएस में ये मेजर डिफरेंस दिखा गया है.
Thank you, Dr. Abhijit. My team, all of us, we have spent more than 1.5 hours. समय को देखा जाए तो हम लोगों ने काफी ज्यादा टाइम लिया जितना हम लोगों ने सोचा था. I hope you all are enjoying. Let's take last few questions. Dr. Nitin, Dr. Abhijit. So Vikas Shukla is asking Dr. Hemant, if you are there, that can we use AC at home, and what is the risk of AC if we use at home to spread the COVID-19 infection? AC से घर के AC से COVID-19 infection फैलता है. And how do we? What are precautions we should do?
घर के एसी से, हाँ विकास जी, घर के एसी से फैलने का चांसेस बहुत कम है, क्योंकि घर में यदि कोई भी कोरोना बाधित नहीं है तो आप एसी यूज कर सकते हो, तो उससे फैलने का चांसेस बहुत कम रहता है. बिकॉज घर में अपने कोई भी कोरोना बाधित व्यक्ति नहीं है तो आप एसी लगाओगे तो एसी थ्रू दूसरे लोगों को होने का चांसेस बहुत कम है. मैं घर की बात कर रहा हूँ, जब आपके घर में कोई कोरोना बाधित आदमी नहीं है तो.
सर बराबर बोला आपने अभिजीत सर. हम आपने बराबर बोला कि घर के एसी के
क्वेश्चन. allow me to go to another question because हमारे पास समय कम है और क्वेश्चन ज्यादा है. शीला फ्रॉम बेंगलोर, शी इज आस्किंग अबाउट इट कि स्कूल रीओपन अगर होते हैं तो छोटे बच्चों के लिए क्या ध्यान रखना चाहिए? कोई आपका उसके ऊपर टिप्पणी? Yes.
I think Dr. Nitin can take it rightly to that.
Sure.
Okay. So whenever like these kids are taking into the school, so basic precaution हमें लेना पड़ेगा. बच्चों के लिए हम लोग उनका बेसिकली जब हम उनको छोड़ेंगे स्कूल में, हम लोग उनको ड्रॉप आउट करेंगे, उनके पहले एक्चुअली बेसिक स्कूल में भी कुछ ना कुछ सैनिटाइजेशन की व्यवस्था की गई रहेगी. आई एम श्योर पोस्ट व्हेन द स्कूल इज गोइंग टू हैपन, व्हेन द स्कूल इज गोइंग टू ओपन, तो स्कूल में भी व्यवस्था की गई रहेगी. एंड ओवर दिस पर्टिकुलर टाइम कि आपको बच्चे का एक ध्यान में ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. हमें ये चीज़ में बच्चों का इम्यूनिटी भी काफ़ी मतलब आपको उसको बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. अभी इम्यूनिटी मतलब ये इट इज़ नॉट अ वन डे मैच, इट्स अ टेस्ट मैच. ये काफ़ी लॉन्ग टाइम इम्यूनिटी के लिए हमें डेवलपमेंट के लिए टाइम लगता है. जो अखिलेश सर ने जो बताया था विटामिन सी विटामिन डी वाला कॉन्सेप्ट, और अदर देन जो भी इम्यूनिटी बूस्टिंग एजेंट है बच्चों के लिए, जैसे हमारे ओन प्रोडक्ट है A to Z है, लाइक अल्केम के भी बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट है, तो यू कैन यूज दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग. ऑब्वियसली इतना ज़्यादा ऐसा सडनली आपका स्पाइक नहीं होएगा इम्यूनिटी के लिए, बट इट इज़ डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू हेल्प. एंड आप उनको बच्चों को आप दे सकते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली उसका बच्चे का इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रांग होएगा. और ऑब्वियसली अभी स्कूल में भी काफ़ी व्यवस्था की गई रहेगी, काफ़ी प्रावधान किए गए रहेंगे. जैसे वहाँ पे भी स्कूल में भी सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग हुई रहेगी. मतलब आई मीन दे विल प्लेस द स्टूडेंट लाइक इन दैट वे ओनली, डिस्टेंस रखेगी इन बिटवीन. और द स्कूल में भी एजुकेशन होएगा अबाउट द कोविड वायरस. एंड अगेन अभी तो आगे जाके हम लोग को ऐसा बच्चों से हम लोग एजुकेट ज़्यादा होएगा ऐसा लगेगा, बिकॉज नाउ this kind of thing is this is going to be happen. So I think this is simple basic thing which the main conclusion is that कि whenever you're taking the kid, so try to मतलब feed them. उसका आप जब भी आप निकलोगे तो उसके बच्चे का काफ़ी मतलब उसका फीडिंग वगैरह अच्छे से होना मांगता है. आप उसको इम्यूनिटी एजेंट जो भी आपका जो अल्केम के प्रोडक्ट है आप उसको दे सकते हैं. And that's all. I mean, that is what I can say. If you have any ideas, so you can throw it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Dr. Nitin. Maybe one last question and then we have a small rapid fire round. डॉक्टर अखिलेश, आप सर क्वेश्चन बताएंगे कि अगर घर में पेट है तो देर आर टू क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम, वन इज फ्रॉम विकास शुक्ला एंड अनदर इज अनदर क्वेश्चंस आर आल्सो देयर कि पेट हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ द मतलब पेट एट होम व्हेन इन दिस सिचुएशन, एंड व्हाट आर द चांसेस ऑफ infection spreading from animal to humans?
So pet, you keep continuing maintaining the hygiene as you have to. You should maintain them properly, like the way you bathe them, you do that regular handling of the pets. Please do that regularly. When you're taking out your pets for, like for them to relieve outside and they are back again, clean off properly as you do regularly. So see, till date, whatever you have heard in the news, that's not necessary that the pets are the reservoirs and they can transmit the infection. Let me tell you that first of all. So take care of the pets as you always do. When they come back, again, you bathe them up properly. And when you take them out for a small walk to relieve them, that's what normally you would have to do for the dogs. Cats, normally they relieve, inside the home itself. But Chirag, you have a pet, so you can talk about it better.
So that is what even I am going to say that only because Chirag sir is also might be having this.
Yeah, I would like to add, thank you sir. हम मेरे पास दो पेट हैं, इनफैक्ट तीन, दो डॉग्स हैं जो हम नीचे लेके जाते हैं. आई एब्सोल्युटली एग्री विथ यू सर दैट देयर इज no documented evidence that it spreads from animal to humans. One point. Number two, that it only one precaution I would like to give it to everyone. Okay, don't allow pet to meet any other animal also when you take them downstairs, which is very important thing, because even through that contact, because एक पैट दूसरे पैट को मिलता है, फिर आप अपने पैट को टच करते हैं, so then that's how infection comes to you also. The chances are there. So take care that you do not touch, do not allow your pets to meet any other pet. Very important point. And thank you, Dr. Akhilesh. Last question, Dr. Abhijit. If I would take that, then I see many people asking about immunity. So can you just take a quick like rapid fire round, 1, 2, 3, 4. What one should do to boost the immunity? 1, 2, 3, 4. Immunity boost करने के लिए क्या किया जा सकता है? I think Dr. Abhijit is not around. Sir, Dr. Akhilesh, just want to take it, sir. What one should do to boost the immunity?
He's back. Abhijit, you can answer it.
Yes. So boosting immunity, first what you should do, you should take healthy diet. That is what is required. So eat fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, eat adequate amount of protein. So this is what is required. Then the second most important thing is take adequate sleep, relax. Okay, don't be under tension. This is second most important thing. Third thing, what sir has already discussed, that is do regular exercise. Do a little bit of yoga also. Then another most important thing, which I thought is important, to engage yourself in some hobbies, whatever you are having, so that your mind become occupied, and then it doesn't allow the negative thoughts in your mind. And then last one, if possible, then try to take vitamin C, vitamin D, whatever is available to you. So these are all few tips that you can follow to improve your immunity.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Abhijit. I think we are clocking time. I just have a quick rapid fire round, kind of a myths. I could see many myths by means of questions. So I want to break those myths. So I just take one after one. If you, all of you, Sandeep, even you can take it. You are extremely well-read person as well. I just start one after one. So starting with Dr. Akhilesh, what are your thoughts about mask at home?
Not required unless we are infected or somebody else in the house is infected, or if you're actually serving somebody in the house.
Thank you. True, absolutely right, sir. Thank you so much. Dr. Hemant, I can just see my screen in the same sequence, so I'm calling their name. Dr. Hemant, can arsenium will be beneficial?
Yeah, the Ayush is recommending that, but truly it's not an evidence-based medicine.
Thank you. Sandeep, what are your thoughts about boiled eggs?
Yeah, it's COVID or non-COVID. Boiled eggs, taking boiled eggs is always good. It will give you a good amount of protein, which is always good. And obviously now protein is recommended to boost immunity.
True, so true. Boiled eggs, and do not avoid the white egg, which is actually a protein part. Right. We all like yellow egg, though I don't take it, but I'm aware. So white egg is more important as a protein element. Dr. Abhijit, drinking warm water really helps.
What? Just add to what Sandeep said, eat everything but eat cooked and well sanitized. Do not sanitize with soap, please. If you're having a raw food, that's it. Nothing that can stop you. Eat chicken, whatever, as per your eating habits.
True. Thank you so much, sir, to add it to Sandeep's point. Dr. Abhijit,
yes,
drinking warm water really helps.
Yes, you can, have warm water, but
so yes or no? It helps
yes,
or not?
You can use it. Helps.
Okay. How it helps?
Lukewarm water, not very hot.
True. True. Thank you, Dr. Abhijit. Dr. Nitin, ear, Khan is not an entry point of virus.
No, it is not. But whatever the things, I mean, eyes, your nose, nasal cavity, as well as sometimes the oral mucosa. So that is what this is the commonest place, but these are the most probable areas.
Thank you so much. I think team, there are too many questions. Maybe if there are certain, mostly we have answered. The virus on surfaces, how many times? Dr. Akhilesh has in very detailed answer to all of you. I would request that later on you can go for the recorded version in detail. Use of potassium permanganate. Again, he has answered very well the children about it. So Dr. Nitin has touched upon that area. So I think there are still some questions which need to be answered. We would take it up by means of taking help of Dr. Hemant or so. And if an important questions, we would certainly circulate as a question answer to all of you. Thank you so much. With that, hand over to Dr. Hemant.
Yeah, definitely, sir. The interaction has been very successful, I think. एक चीज मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि ये जो information हम दे रहे हैं और ये authenticity हम जो बता रहे हैं, I request everybody to refer to the authentic source for the information. This will help us to avoid the panic which is occurring. इसके लिए एक हमारे HR से इनिशिएटिव आया था कि हमारे सबके मोबाइल डिवाइसेस पे आरोग्य सेतु ऐप होना चाहिए. This will not only help us to identify the zone where we are there, whether there is a mild risk, high risk or low risk, लेकिन इसमें updates भी आते रहते हैं. You people should really download it and have in your mobile. It's an compliance thing from the HR. ये तो अलग बात है, लेकिन अपने खुद के protection के लिए. So that was my point, which I'd like to add. Overall, as a summary, I think my team, the Hospicare team, has definitely gained a lot of science. Not only science, but practical tips which will really help us and help the team also to fight this current unprecedented crisis of COVID. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sandeep sir. Over to you.
Dr. Hemant, I would like to add. Sorry, guys. So in the initial part, there was one question you asked about: should I worry about the COVID-19? If you see the data from the WHO or many of the authentic bodies, so what they're saying that in case of a child as well as a young adult who is if you see the young adult classification, it could be age less than 35 years old. So here in most of our field people, they are 70 to 80%. Correct me, Sandeep ji, if I am if I am wrong. So more than 70% of the population, like 70 to 80% of the population, they are come in the range of less than 35 years old. So definitely in that age group, the chances of getting infection would be very mild as compared to the the age more than 35. So definitely it will going to boost up, I mean this kind of information towards salespeople also. And that is one thing, I mean, which I have to discuss. I mean, initially I was going to discuss, but when the flow has been, accelerated, I could not. So over to you, Sandeep ji.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Akhilesh, Dr. Chirag, Dr. Nitin, Dr. Abhijit, and Dr. Hemant. I believe team has got a lot of insights. The first end and the starting team has got a lot of energy from our Sandeep Singh sir. And then remaining part, there's a lot of insights in terms of science and in terms of do's, don'ts, practical life. The major objective of this webinar was to remove the panic which is being set in the people and their family, and to accept it as a part of life. So I believe I actually feel that 70-80% people must have got that kind of insights. So this will definitely help them to come out very strongly. Before closing, 2-3 points. One, questions I have seen there that somebody has asked when it is going to be normal. Now, to answer that, I can say it is normal, but it's a new normal. Because the normal we knew, that normal may not come in coming 1, 2, 3 years. We do not know. We do not know because it's not only based on the infection. See, because of this crisis, because of this lockdown, all of us, we have started changing our lifestyle. The life has come from abundance to necessity. The people who are affordable people, who would have been afford, and who are living the life of abundance, who are living the life of luxury, even if they have money today, they are not able to live the life of abundance. They are living the life of necessity. They are living the life of discipline. So that's a great change, and that's a great positive change actually I see in the world. And that is a great learning basically. And the other day I was saying to one of the group that probably even in the economy slashing down in this last 3 months, the kind of losses the nation we have made, I believe because of these positive changes, we will be compensating that economy within another 1 year. So it's not very difficult. So it's normal only, but it's a new normal. We are living life without any hesitations. We are living life without any repentance, and we are living our life. We are enjoying our life being in the home also. One part of it. Second big part, see, we are working from home, especially not the field people, but the people who are working in office. We are not getting a huge difference being there in the home. Rather, we are feeling that our utilization time is much more than that of when we are going in the office. When we are going in the office, probably the net utilization time in the work would have been 8-9 hours. Now it is more than that, 11-12 hours. So productivity has been increased. So please come out from that question of the normal, and then if somebody asks that when we are going to new normal, I'll tell we are already in new normal. So don't be worried. Just adopt those things in the new normal, because it's a new world and it's a new horizon altogether today. As far as your family is concerned, as far as your own health is concerned, rightly Dr. Nitin has told, don't be worried so much of your immediate family, of yourself, because we are all in the age group below 35-40, so where the risk itself is very less. Still, take care of yourself. Don't deviate the advices which has been given by government and by our medical team. So don't worry, you will be all safe. Look into the immunity boosters and all. Okay. As far as our field works is concerned, already HR has given a detailed directives where they have demarcated the red zone, orange zone, and green zone. Please do follow that. Please do follow that. Even I have personally told all of you that even in the orange zone you are going to work, and if you see that there is some local authority has put some deviations that it's not orange zone and work is not allowed, please don't work there. Please take care of yourself. We have enough time, enormous time to bounce back and to bring back those businesses. Don't worry. Okay, we are all there with you. We are all there to support you. I hope that this program will definitely give you a lot of positive vibes, and you on behalf of all of you, as because you cannot directly interact to the panelists, on behalf of all of you, I once again thanks all the panelists here, and thank you once again. Take care, stay safe, stay home. Good night.
Thank you,
Everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Hemant.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you and all the best. And one question was about whether I'll see a rep if I'm a doctor. Yes, I will, because my worry would be more towards a person who is coming and seeing me. So if you protect yourself, you take care of yourself. So don't think a doctor would not see you. A doctor would certainly like to see you, but you take care of yourself, take all the precautions. And most importantly, respect the time of the doctor, because in these times he has to manage more things other than his patients as well, sanitizing his clinic, etc. So definitely a doctor would see you. Wish you all the very best and a successful work ahead. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.